Hey boys and girls, welcome to another super exciting, outrageous toy review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Playmates Voltron 84. This is a complete set of 5 lions. I've had them sitting around for a while. I've been planning on doing a review, and it just never happened, and I'm tired of having a big pile of toys, and I decided, you know what? You need multiple items to do a live stream, and this was a perfect thing to use up. How's it going? I see Candle Kid, and I see Sam here. That's awesome, guys. Thanks for joining the live stream. I guess I'm just going to start opening up lions, and if you have questions or whatever, just shout them out in the chat there, and I'll be happy to get sidetracked. I'm going to start with green lion because green's my favorite color. So we'll just start ripping them open. All right. There's a little booklet in there. Wish I could donate, but I don't have money. Don't worry about it, man. Just watching's good enough. All right, comes a little instruction book. Taking the little pieces out. Any of you guys have a Voltron as a kid? I had the Matchbox version, the one that was nice and die-cast. It was pretty cool. Maybe before the stream's over, I'll tell the story of what happened to it. Totally should have brought scissors over. It's always a mistake I make. Does it count if you are a kid? Well, it counts if you have one right now as a kid. Hey, Gumby, what's going on? This probably sounds terrible to you guys. Let's see if we got it. Woo! Green Lion's free. You got a Voltron Metal Defender right now. Awesome. What's up? Hey, Jason. Are you going to review Gumby toys? If I had some to review, I would. Oh man, I just dropped green line. I have a couple little, like, they're not PVCs, but almost PVCs of some of the Gumby characters. And somewhere I have a carded Gumby and a Pokey, I think, hanging in my toy room, that are actually bendable. But I am a huge stop-motion fan, so I do like Gumby. I remember watching Gumby as a little kid in the mornings. Gumby and Alvin and the Chipmunks was on around the time my sister had to get on the bus stop in kindergarten. And so a lot of days my mom would walk my sister, I guess, to the end of our driveway or whatever, and I would stay inside and watch those shows. But I'm a big fan of Gumby. Amazon has a lot, yeah? All right, maybe we'll have to look into some Gumby toys. All right, here's our green lion. He's got a snap action jaw. He's got articulation at his hips or elbows, hips, I guess, elbows, and at the ankles on his front and back legs. And of course, he's got a tail that can retract for doing the transformation. He comes with a snap-on missile launcher. Let's see if this will plug in here. There's a little... Oh, there's a spring-loaded missile for him. Boom! All right. This can plug in too. There we go. He's got 2 weapons now. He's got his little mouth dagger. Okay, so in the top of his mouth... Whoops. He's got a little slot that this pegs into to help him hold on to it. Pidge is right. Yep, Pidge. Let's see here. Can we plug this in? There we go. Put his missile launcher back on. And the green lion comes with an additional accessory. He comes with the shield. He's orange, annoying orange. He's orange. Yeah, he's got a terrible voice. He's got that... Oh, hello guys, kind of voice. That is a bad impression of it, but it's pretty terrible. You deserve all of the subscribers. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get to 12,000 subscribers. That is happening currently. All right, next up. Where's the red line? Let's do the red line next since it's the other arm. Here's the red line in the package. I really like the way Playmates did this packaging. It's very retro looking, very old school. I love the blue grid, the blue and white grid. I think that turned out awesome. Hey, hey, Apple, hey. All right. There's that. Missile accessory. Forgot to silence my cell phone. I'm a bad audience member. Let me turn this guy down for a second. Otherwise, you guys are going to know every time somebody likes a tweet or whatever. Whoops, I just screwed that up. There we go. All right, sorry about that. Aren't you glad I didn't say Apple again? Yeah. Form legs, form feet. Have you guys ever seen, I think it's MC Lars has a song called I'll Form the Head. And there's a part about why do we fly space rhinoceri, because that's what's in supply. And it's like a Voltron spoof kind of thing. And they take turns, the different rappers in the song say, I'll form the head, and I'll form the head. And then they do the different verses. It's pretty cool. All right, here's his spring-loaded missile launcher. Here's his additional accessory. MC Lars, I think, is one of the rappers on it. The song's called "I'll Form the Head." It's on YouTube, but don't leave the stream to go find it. You can just write a note down and you can go look at it later. All right, come on, red line. I'm sorry if that sounds absolutely horrible to you guys. All right, there's the red line. Last thing we got to get out of here is the sword. There we go. The sword is a little bit disappointing in just flat silver. It just doesn't look that cool. As a kid, I had the really awesome chromed out weapons for them. I just thought it looked so much better than this. All right, so here's Red Lion. He's got a snapping mouth just like Green Lion. He's got that waist pivot, articulation at the shoulders, elbows, and ankles on both sets of legs, and of course the retractable tail again. Ooh, his tail doesn't want to go in. Yeah, you could paint the sword. It would look cool then. It should be all chromed out. Yeah, I could get chrome spray paint and paint it up if I wanted to. But actually, I don't usually display my Voltrons with their swords. I got the big Mattel guy back there. The swords just kind of get in the way a lot of times of trying to fit a lot of stuff in. All right, so that's the red line. Oh, he's got articulation at the head. I didn't notice that. Oops. Nice. All right, so let's load this guy up. He needs a missile launcher. He needs some missiles, but we got to shoot the computer first. Boom! Nope, now I lost his missiles. We got to put the mouth blade in here. Okay, and one more gun. He's loaded up. These guys can sit up here for a few minutes. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Thank you. I don't know where the missile went. Lego Voltron got the catalog today. Yes, so Lego Voltron looks amazing. I definitely want to get it. But it's pretty expensive, but I think I'll get it at some point. I would collect the large scale of the Voltron Lions, but my family doesn't have money. Yeah, no, you can only get what you can get. I got this guy for $1 at a yard sale one time. Of course, he can't form Voltron because none of the rest of the Lions, but Sometimes there's ways of collecting on a budget. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Is that because I dropped something? All right, time to open up. Yeah, Chad, the Lego Voltron is very expensive. Hey, what's up, buddy? I see the massive Matty Collector one. Yeah, I love the Matty Collector Voltron. He's awesome. All right, Blue Lion. A little bit bigger, because if these guys form the legs. Pop out all his parts. Power Rangers ripoff. I wouldn't call Voltron a Power Rangers ripoff. So, am I okay with what I have? Oh, you're good with what you have now. Go Power Rangers. Voltron is way older than Power Rangers. All right, well, Voltron is older than Power Rangers, but it is not necessarily older than Super Sentai, which is the Japanese show that Power Rangers come from. But it's all a genre of entertainment from Japan. Giant robot, henshin, mechan kind of stuff. Yeah, Chris is on it. Maybe a Sentai ripoff. But when I saw the original commercial for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, when that came out here in the U.S., it blew my mind because I had never seen a live-action thing like that before, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Ultraman, which I had seen, and Voltron combined. I was used to Ultraman, which is like a kaiju thing, but I had never seen the giant robot part before, and it blew my mind. Who remembers SNL Gumby? I remember SNL Gumby. All right. Ooh, this guy's got a ball joint type of head instead of just the rotation there. That's cool. He's got a tilt in the neck because he's got to form the foot. Again, we've got hip joints, elbow joints, and ankle joints. And his tail can flip out. Let's see. There we go. I like it. Let's see. Size comparison. It's not a huge difference, but just enough that it's noticeable. I think that looks pretty good. All right. Yeah. All right, let's plug this guy in here. Missile launcher and the missiles. Ooh. Boo-boo. It's interesting. I wasn't sure how that trigger mechanism worked on that one. Plug that back in. We've got another weapon system for over here. He looks kind of bulky like that. And we got to put this one in his mouth. Oh, Blue Lion's got a spring-loaded mouth also. There we go. Blue Lion all armed up. So I should have brought a box over here to put these guys on. Let's see. There's a package. Lift them up a little bit. All right, Yellow Lion is the last of the basic lions I got to get here. I think he was the last one I bought, too, to be able to build this Voltron, actually. Again, there's the art on the back. I just love the way they did the photography on these. So what have you guys been up to today? It's Saturday, right? Yes. I feel like I'm losing track of days lately. Ooh, he's got that spinny wheel weapon. That's always one of the best ones. Got a knife blade. Candle Kid says not much. Actually went to the movies earlier today. There's a big gun thing. Nothing really. You've been bored, huh, Jason? Good thing I'm streaming then. Give you something to do. So who's everybody's favorite pilot? Ugh. Joy Buddy, it's a pretty good play piece for retail Voltron. I have to go. All right, we'll see you retro now. Jason, the movie I saw today was 8th Grade. It's a story about an 8th grade girl getting ready to move on to 9th grade and kind of all the garbage she deals with her life, you know, having a weird dad and trying to get a boyfriend and whatever else. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But I work with middle school and high school kids, so kind of gets me right there a little bit. Hunk or the Princess are your favorites? Sven, rip. Hunk was my favorite as a kid. I really liked Hunk. And I don't know whether it was because I honestly liked him the most or it was because he was the only pilot action figure I had from the Panache Place line. But he was my favorite and I had his toy, so I don't know if it was like a chicken and the egg kind of thing. But I did have a big die-cast, I mean, it's big, not big by this standard, but big at the time, the die-cast Matchbox one as a kid. All of them are really good. My goodness, a lot of twist ties on this thing. Let's see. Today we put out the Power Rangers Shattered Grid Complete Story. So if you guys have been watching my Saturday videos where it's been like a little snippet of my own version of Shattered Grid, that's finally all out, all 13 parts combined into one big thing. It's like 45 minutes if you ever want something to watch for a long time. Longer than an episode of Power Rangers. But it was kind of cool. And tomorrow is the Nickelodeon Kid Robot blind bags. I teased them last week in the live stream, and then it didn't come out. I actually took a break from making videos, and so that one just didn't get edited. Jason had the Matchbox one, and Gumby says, Toys R Us. What about Toys R Us? They're closed. It makes me so sad. I had to buy a birthday present for a kid for the first time since they closed, and I hate buying stuff on Amazon. Like, I don't mind it if I know exactly what I'm getting, like I'm ordering an action figure I want, but like I'm trying to pick out something for somebody, I like to be able to like look at it and pick it up and feel like it makes it easier to tell what's fun. All right, so Yellow Lion, he's got the flip out tail also. The head on the ball joint as well as that neck movement. Hips, elbows, hips, elbows, and ankles. The Yellow and Blue Lion do not have any articulation in the center the way the arms do. The arms need elbows. The legs don't really get knees. All right, so we got a giant gun right here. We'll plug that in. Interesting how it has 2 missiles, but it's really just one. When you plug it in there, it looks like there's 2 separate missiles. Boom! But it's not really. All right, we got the Wheel of Doom. Plug that in there, and then he's got a mouth blade as well that goes in his snap-tight mouth. Let's see. Can we get it in there? This one's kind of a big one. It's a little trickier to jam in there. There we go. We got it. Accidentally fired the missile. All right. Yellow Lion and Blue Lion are over here. They don't want to stand. Oh, I got to move green and red down again. Gumby's naming countries. Are these all the countries that Toys R Us is still open in? I don't know what's going on over there. All right. Last lion. We got the Black Lion here. This is the deluxe guy. The most expensive of the lions. He comes in a giant box. He was actually the first lion I got from this one when it hit retail. And he's got that great picture on the back. And this one says, Count on Voltron, form blazing sword, activate interlocks. So this guy's more expensive. Not only is he the biggest of the lions, but he also has some electronics housed inside of him so he can interact as you build him, which is kind of cool. Used to be a manager at Toys R Us, like a while ago, or like right as they were getting ready to close. Jason, because that would stink if you lost your job because they closed. Let's see, we gotta slit some tape here. Oops. By the way, is Long's Toys still watching? I was just looking at some middle school yearbooks recently, and I had a good chuckle at some of our classmates. All right, now we're down to this part. And he's really strapped in here. He's zip tied in? Whew, zip ties. Okay, you're still there. All right. Yeah, I had a good chuckle looking at some of the pictures. Also, some funny comments people wrote in the yearbook. Stuff I don't really get the references to anymore, or just stuff I thought was odd. I had a lot of girls writing stuff like, "Hope you're in my science class and you really helped my grade out." So I don't know if I was. Clearly, I was the nerd in the class, like helping everybody out. I guess I don't know. Just shred the box. Man. Let's see what we can do here. Do I have some clippers on here? Maybe I can cut the zip ties with this. That's one. That's two. Come on, any second now. This will be free. Using science skills to pick up chicks. Yeah, it didn't work out that well for me in middle school, I guess. But he's still not free. My goodness, he's strapped in here good. Ah, look out. Man, that toy opening struggle is real. Holy smokes, that was some work there. Check the chat from the top to the bottom. I can't scroll back through the whole thing. Sorry, man. If there was something real important, just say it again. It talks. Yes, there is all kinds of electronics in the Black Lion here. So, I got one twist tie left on the tail here. And then we're going to investigate this guy. So he doesn't come with his mouth blade? Or did I accidentally throw it out with the trash? I killed a toy. I killed a toy's package. I didn't kill a toy. All right. So there is the Black Lion. He does have an on-off switch. I'm going to turn him off for a second so I don't accidentally make him talk a ton. So he's got a mouth that is not spring-loaded. And, of course, it couldn't be spring-loaded because it needs to stay open to form Voltron. He's got shoulder joints. He's got elbow joints. He's got ankle joints. He's also got a swivel on those back legs, which is kind of cool. Wow, he's got a lot of joints in the back legs. So he has the main hip. He's got the swivel. He's got a knee. And then he's got two ankles. That's pretty cool. I'm calling Toy Store. Okay. He'll find it later, Gumby. Relax. Enjoy yourself. Oh, the weapon it's in there? Yeah. I'll find it. It's on the floor somewhere. This happens sometimes. Getting too excited opening my toys. All right. Should we form Voltron? Are we ready for this? All right. We got to form the legs first, right? So we'll start over here with Blue Lion. Strip him of all his extra bits. Whoops, I just shot a missile across the room. I'll find that later too. All right. Tuck the legs in. Tuck the front legs in. The head's got to go all the way up, right? And tuck the tail in. He's got a little trapdoor there for receiving Black Lion in a minute. There he is. I really need a box to put these guys on. Give me one split second. Power Ranger box sets to the rescue. There we go. There's Blue Lion. Elevated so you can see him. Yellow Lion, tuck in those legs. Flip in the tail. Just get rid of all the extra weapons. Chris has got all the sayings going on. All right. I always thought that this red detail was really cool for some reason as a kid on the Yellow Lion. It was like a glittery sticker on the Matchbox one. All right, I got the two legs. Guess we got to do the center now. Maybe we'll turn him on now so he can make all kinds of noises while we play with him. So we'll extend his legs down. I believe these have to be stretched out all the way. Crash Bandicoot. Gumby, you were all over the place today, man. All right. Can we do it? Ah, there we go. That folds up like that. A little trap door here. Hold the arm in. Spin those guys back. Ready to plug him in.
Blue Lion, coming in.
All right. Whoops. What am I doing wrong here? Something's not positioned right. Didn't say anything when I plugged in Yellow Lion. Oh.
Yellow Lion, leaping into action.
There we go. We're getting closer now. I don't know what is going on in that chat. I saw they're on sale at Toys R Us just before they closed, and I walked away. What was wrong with me? Yes, what is wrong with you? If you could have gotten one of these guys cheap, you totally should have done that. All right, Red Lions next. I don't know what order they form on. I mean, I guess they kind of snap on at the exact same time in the show, right? Don't both arms pop on at the same time? Maybe one's before the other one. I can't remember. Fold up the legs. And then we got to pull the tail in. Anybody pick up anything good recently? I actually just got the She-Ra and Hordak San Diego Comic-Con exclusive set from Comic-Con. Yeah, from Super 7. It's like reaction figures. They look like old Star Wars figures. And you got to pull out a little tab on the bottom of the lion there. And I'll bend him to give him a little elbow. And let's see what he has to say.
Come on, team. Let's get out of here fast.
Let's get out of here fast. You know what? My DVDs are spilling out. Put them over there. There we go. He's standing all right. Now we got Green Lion. We got to strip him of all his stuff. You got Lego Spider-Man Homecoming. Beware of the Vulture set. Nice. That's cool. Did I get anything else recently? I don't think so. Oh, I was talking about a few minutes ago about like stuff that's coming up on the channel. So we did Power Rangers today. We got the Nickelodeon Kid Robot figures coming out tomorrow, a full case unboxing. And then Tuesday is going to be some Thomas the Tank Engine stuff. So I know that's a little more for the younger audience than the audience maybe that's watching the live stream. But Mattel sent over a bunch of stuff, and so I unboxed that. There we go. Form, arms, and body. Red, then green. Okay, I'm doing it right then. Oh, and then the legs go next, so I did it backwards. I'm fortunate and thankful to get my SDC when it came out. Superfan version to play with. All right, next one. Plug her in.
Ready to form Voltron.
All right.
Activate interlocks. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go. Form feet and legs. Form arms and body. And I'll form the head. Go Voltron. We're ready.
All right. We've got Voltron. All right, so we got the big Voltron here. He's got giant wings. It's interesting how they notched the wings so that way they kind of fit against these. Calm down, Voltron.
Ready to form Voltron. Activate interlocks.
You gonna say that again?
Connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go. Form feet and legs. Form arms and body. And I'll form the head. Go Voltron.
Yay!
Let's go.
We good? How do you get it to say other stuff? Is
Form
it
arms
what? Oh.
and body.
Okay.
Form arms and body.
So that button always says that.
Form arms and body.
It's right here. No. Oops, I didn't open up his little ears yet. Whoop.
Form arms and body.
I thought he would say more stuff. I thought he made some battle sounds or something. Maybe I'm hitting the wrong thing. All right, so I'm going to put the sword over here. Form blazing sword. I don't know if he can do that. Maybe he can. Let's try it. The true test of a well-articulated Voltron. Ouch, the button. Ouch, the bottom. Touch the bottom. Come on. Plug her in. There we go. Yep, he can form blazing sword. A little crooked. There we go. Form blazing sword. It's pretty decent arm articulation, at least. It is a shame that the shoulder rotates like that and the red disappears there. It would be so much nicer if the circle inside here was what rotated, so that way that didn't happen. There we go. Now we got
Ready to form Voltron. Activate interlock.
Turning you off. Sorry. That's the one problem with toys that make sounds. If it's a really long sound or it repeats, it's kind of annoying. You think you have to hold the button down for a while? Oh, okay. Let me try that in a second. Got his shield here. Let's plug that in. Kind of interesting that the shield is sideways. You can't hold it facing forward the way it's designed anyway. I mean, you could set it in there, but then it's, I think, a little floppy. Let's try it again.
Form arms and body.
Holding it in.
Form arms and body.
Come on, say something different. That's all right, Candle Kid. My videos aren't necessarily for everybody. Let's see here. Nope. Trying to figure out a setting thing. Oh, here we go. I got what I want. There you go, Long's Toys. Have fun with that if you need to. All right, so there's Voltron. He wants to fall forward a little bit. Let me play with his feet a little. All right, he stands pretty good. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm wondering if one of the lions isn't pushed in. Maybe that's the problem. Let's try this.
Ready to form Voltron. Activate interlock. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up. Megapressors are go. Form feet and legs. Form arms and body. And I'll form the head. Go Voltron. Form blazing sword. Come on, team. Let's get out of here fast. Nice try.
That yellow line doesn't like to come out.
Yellow Lion, leaping into action. That was some great teamwork.
Uh-oh.
Mega thrusters fully charged. Let's go. Blue Lion coming in. Come on, team. Let's get out here fast. Set to go, Keith. Form arms and body. Form arms and body.
I definitely heard a bunch of different stuff while I was putting it together and taking it apart, but it still didn't seem like it.
That was some great teamwork.
Didn't change everything
United we stand.
as I take it apart.
That was some great teamwork.
I don't know what I did, but this yellow line is not coming off.
Nice try. See you later.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, team. Let's get out of here fast.
Well, I may never get to take him apart. I don't want to risk breaking him.
United we stand. You can count on Voltron. That was some great teamwork. Green Lion, armed for battle. Glad you're on board, Pidge.
Oh, we got him to say some stuff anyway. But this button still,
Form arms and body.
that's all that seems to say. All right, so I got that big Voltron. The new Playmates Voltron, which I think is pretty good. Maybe not the greatest one ever, but pretty good. He does have an articulated neck, which is nice. I have over here, this was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive a while back. Comes with a blazing sword accessory. This one doesn't transform. It's more cartoon accurate because it doesn't have the legs on it and stuff on the lions. But it's kind of just a fun action figure. What's the one behind me? The one behind me is the Matty Collector one. It's the really big one. All those lions have spring-loaded legs, and the cockpits open up on them. You can put pilots inside them. It's pretty cool. Dr. Phil's head. Good to see you again. And then I also have one other one over here. This is the...
Hold it right there.
Whoops. This is also a Playmates Voltron. This is not a combining one again. It's kind of like this guy where it's always an action figure. And I bought this one originally because he is really well articulated.
Let's cut the collar down to size.
And I was going to avoid buying the one that was like this, that was made in this series. Then I ended up buying it anyway, so I don't know. I didn't save myself any money. Have you seen Super Mini Pla? No, I haven't. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Chris. But this guy's got pretty nice articulation. I really like the modern sword with the clear blade. I just think that's really sick looking. And I like that he's got such big wings.
Guys, hang on.
I just think the sort of that modern wing aesthetic looks cool. Like just a little bit more surface area sort of to help him fly. And it seems to make more sense to me that they sweep backwards than just stick straight up.
Let's see if I can freeze these guys.
So that is not my complete Voltron collection, but it's a pretty good mix of guys I have. Jason says the Matty Collector Voltron is pretty awesome. I'm paraphrasing there, but yeah, it is. It's really cool. I was very excited when that one came out. And when I got it, my Black Lion came in broken. And I actually had to send him back. I was very nervous about it because I've heard so many horror stories about the Matty Collector customer service and stuff at the time. And I'd never really had a problem. And it worked out just fine. So I was really happy about that. Japan is doing a model kit in the Super Mini Plow lineup goal. Oh, okay. That's cool. Like a model kit, sort of like the Gundams and all that kind of stuff. That would be sweet. I'm gonna stand up, Voltron. There we go. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love Voltron? Compared to all other toy lines, or I'm not sure what you're trying to reference there. The scale of 1 to 10. I like Voltron, but it's not anywhere near my favorite like toy ever. I'm not sure it's even my favorite giant combining robot, but maybe. I like the Megazord a lot, the Power Rangers Megazord, and I think Devastator is pretty cool from Transformers. You like the show? I think the original show has some charm, but it's hard to watch a lot of it. I was trying to binge watch it at one point, and I couldn't get through that many episodes at a time. But I enjoyed it as a kid a lot, seeing one episode a week. And the newer one, the Netflix series one, I binge watched the entire first season with my friend Ryan. We actually did a review the night it came out, which was kind of hectic and crazy. But I haven't seen any seasons since then. So, you guys watching the Netflix series? Grab a drink real quick. I don't know what I'm going to do about this yellow line being stuck over here. Oh, you're supposed to press this button to release the arm?
I'm going. Come on, team. That was some. I'm going out.
Never mind. Never mind.
Arm, and body. Form, arms, and body.
Form, arms, and body.
Come on.
Whoop. You're behind a few seasons, but it's good. Yeah, it seemed like it was good. I don't have Netflix is my real problem. I think I'm going to get Netflix for the new She-Ra show because I love She-Ra and He-Man more than I love Voltron to go with that scale of 1 to 10 thing. And a brand like Masters of the Universe or Princess of Power would get me to buy Netflix more than Voltron would. You think it's possessed? Yeah, I might lock him outside tonight so he doesn't murder me in my sleep. Talkative toy, lol. Those batteries will be coming out. He has a switch. I can just turn him off. That way he'll be quiet. Actually, if I turn him off, then he can sleep in the house. I don't have to worry about him coming to life. Let me turn off this guy too. That way they can't small soldier me in the middle of the night. You guys remember that movie from the early 2000s? The Major Chip Hazard. That's pretty funny. Just checking in. Hey, Dad. What's going on? I just built a Voltron. He's been sitting around for a while. I hadn't put him together. So, we've been streaming for about 45 minutes. If anybody has any questions they want to post, they'll give us something to talk about. Otherwise, probably going to wrap this up before too long because I opened the toy I was streaming about. Somebody's thinking in the chat there. While you guys are thinking, I have finished. I'll give you some reactions on some of these Power Ranger DVDs. I finally made it through Operation Overdrive, which I mentioned on a previous stream, which I struggled to get through that one. Then I watched Jungle Fury, and Jungle Fury is one of my favorite seasons ever. I really enjoyed Power Rangers Jungle Fury. I've powered through that season really fast. And now I am watching RPM, and RPM's pretty good. I think it's weird because it doesn't quite feel like it could fit in the Power Rangers universe, because it's like this post-apocalyptic kind of thing, which is a fun season if all the shows exist separate from each other. But when it's like the whole 25 years of Power Ranger kind of thing, it seems a little bit odd. If they made a Wally 2, probably not, and they made toys, would you review them? Absolutely. Oh, would I receive them? Well, I have no idea if they would send them to me. But I would definitely review them. You love RPM? Jungle Fury is great. Yeah, RPM's pretty good. I think I'm on disc 2, so I'm really only like halfway in. We know who Dr. K is, and we know like her secret, kind of, I guess, unless there's a second secret. They're dealing with Dylan having all kinds of bad problems with his implants. So I don't know where all that's going. The Zords are a little goofy with the eyeballs on them, and clearly that's, I guess, animal spirits maybe played into it a little bit in the Japanese version, and they just sort of dropped that in the American version. Oh yeah, would I review them? Yes, Candle Kid, I would review Wally 2 toys for sure if they made a Wally 2. I didn't review any Incredibles 2, but I've reviewed a bunch of Incredibles 1 toys in the past. Pixar stuff does really well on my channel, and the Pixar movies are all amazing, so it's kind of fun to collect that stuff. Anybody else have any questions? Let me think what else there is. Going back to Jungle Fury, I didn't really care for the White Ranger that much. I didn't think that he had quite enough character development to kind of be interesting. He just sort of showed up, and he was sort of a jerk for an episode or two, and then everybody liked him, and then he left at the end. He wasn't a terrible character, but it felt like he just didn't really come into his own way. Like the Purple Ranger, you have a lot of time with him to build him up as a character. But I liked that this season had a small team for a longer period of time than a lot of seasons. They didn't rush to get a extra Ranger in there right away. Thought that was kind of cool. And the villain is one of the best villains in the series. Have you seen the Iron Giant? Of course I've seen the Iron Giant. I saw the Iron Giant back when it came out on home video. I don't know what year that was, like 1998 maybe. I don't know when it came out. Jennifer Aniston played the mom, and Vin Diesel played the Giant. It's all about RJ. Yeah, RJ is awesome in Power Rangers Jungle Fury. What else is going on? I don't know. Do you know one of the best Iron Giant toys? I don't know what the best Iron Giant toy is. I think the only Iron Giant toy I own personally is a little tiny action figure that came in the VHS tape. Are you going to review Felix the Cat toys? I've never seen a Felix the Cat toy at retail recently, so probably not. The Mondo Iron Giant? There's a good one made by Mondo. All right. I was wondering if they were going to make Ready Player One toys with all those different crazy licenses they had, because they could have done an Iron Giant, but I guess it would have been a nightmare for somebody to license all those different properties to put them out marketed as Ready Player One. It even has posability in the hands. Well, that's cool for a big robot. Amazon is where I could get Felix the Cat toys. eBay. Yeah, I'm not really a Felix the Cat collector, so I probably not. Sonic. I don't think I've ever reviewed a Sonic the Hedgehog toy. You found the new 6-inch Gamorrean guard at Target yesterday? Nice, Tony. And Popeye. You're really into the old school stuff there, Gumby. How was the toy show today, Tony? Raggle Tag went to the car show and swap meet in Makunji today. Let's see. He told me he got a T-Bob from Mask and a Skeletor and a Web Store. Did the backpack work on Web Store? Because that always gets jammed up easy. Woody Woodpecker. Man, Gumby, you are into the old school cartoons. The rain kind of killed it, but we got a few trinkets. Yeah, the rain, a little off and on. I ended up going to the movies today, actually, Tony. I got up this morning, did filmed a review, and then did some stuff around the house, and then it was like I saw that a movie I wanted to see came out, and decided to go grab it. Yes, Webster's backpack and string are intact. Awesome. And if you collect them all, Gumby can't wait for the new Archie comics. You can build the Mega Zone. SpongeBob. There are a ton of SpongeBob reviews on this channel. If you go check out, like if you do a search for SEO toy review and Gumby. You got Hey, is it back? Sorry about that. I got a little notification on the screen that my connection was unstable. We lost some people. I guess people gave up. All right. 52 minutes now we've been going. Anything else? Otherwise, we might just wrap this one up. Yeah, it froze. Okay. Yeah, that was the first time I've ever had that happen. I'm just using Wi-Fi. I don't have, I'm not hardwired, so I don't know why the connection would dip, but it did. Let's see. What else is coming up? I just recently got the rest of the Power Rangers Zeo Legacy figures. It took me a while to track down actually the Blue Ranger. It took me forever to find. So I want to do something with them. I want to do like I usually do, like a play with toys / review thing for each one, and then have all the play with toys segments kind of connect to make one big like battle thing. So I will definitely be working on that. I hit 7 or 8 Walgreens in one day looking for the Blue Ranger, and then gave up, and I just paid more than retail on Amazon to get them, which stunk. And I got the pink and yellow Ranger like that from GameStop. I just ordered them online, and they came super fast. Ew. They're making toys of it now. Garfield. Oh, Roblox. Do I know what Roblox is? Yes, Roblox is a video game. Feels a little bit like Minecraft. And you go around and you have your little adventures. They make lots of toys of it. I was actually playing last weekend Roblox action figures with my friend's son, Paul Truitt, who's on this channel very rarely. Hasn't been on recently, but used to be on a lot years ago. His son Vincent and I were playing Roblox. He just got the zombie set at GameStop last weekend. You're playing some right now? Awesome. Odie. Jagon. Did you mean John? We're just naming Garfield characters. How about Nermal? Why is no one naming Nermal? Should be to Abu Dhabi if you put her in the chat. I haven't seen the new Mego dolls at Target yet, but here they are hitting, and you need to get the fonts. Yes, the new Mego dolls. We reached out to Mego about review samples. They told us there were review samples, but my channel wasn't big enough. They didn't want to send me any. But I was trying to get them to send just one. I just want to, get my hands on it and check it out, see what they're like. Anyway, so I'm waiting to see which one I end up impulse buying at some point, but I'm sure there's one that will be cool to get. Dr. Phil's head. Did you get a Amigo, or what was the I did mean? A game called Book of Monsters. I don't know what Book of Monsters is. All right, we're closing in on an hour here, so maybe we'll just wrap this up unless there's something else going on. Garfield toys. Yes, Gumby, I don't have any Garfield toys, but they're making some now. Kevin, you need to teach me the ways of getting review samples. It is not super easy. Well, sometimes it is, and sometimes it's tricky. But it's all about making connections with people at the companies and then hoping those people continue to work there for a while. Because I've had some that I thought were going to be great, and then the person changed jobs, and that was it. If you do close the stream, bye-bye. You said normal. Reboot Jaws now. Do it. I need to sneak into Toy Fair this year. Yes, Toy Fair is amazing. It's a little bit of work to get into that, but that's kind of the secret to getting a lot of the contacts is getting to Toy Fair. so you can talk to people. It definitely helps. I guess that's about it. Reboot Jaws. You're right. I saw that. Gumby, reboot Jaws. Are you talking about the Meg? They're going to make a new Jaws. Are they like movie? You can't go to Toy Fair. Yeah, Toy Fair is not open to the public. Every year I have to submit a bunch of paperwork with like a letter and all kinds of information to try and get in, and cross my fingers and hope. And one year I had to actually literally beg on the phone to get in because we didn't get picked. And then we got picked. I've gone 3 times. First year was easy. The second year was, like I said, hard to get into. And then last year was easy to get into. So I'm hoping that, the channel keeps getting bigger and bigger. So hopefully soon I won't have to sweat it at all. But you never know. And then even once you get in, then you got to make appointments with all these companies. McFarlane Toys wouldn't give me time to come in for an interview. I couldn't get into Hasbro. I got into Hasbro one year, but I didn't get into Hasbro last year. I really kind of need to get into Hasbro this year because of Power Rangers. So I'm going to see what happens with that, this winter, because that'll be in February again. But it's a ton of fun. It's really cool because it's not open to the public. You can't just walk around. Yeah, you can just walk around. You can walk around anywhere at Toy Fair. But if you want to actually, some of the showrooms are closed, basically is what it is. So a lot of the small toy companies, you can just walk around and like walk up to their booth and look at stuff. But like Playmates Toys is closed and you have to have an appointment. And Lego is closed and you have to have an appointment. And Hasbro's thing is off-site in a whole nother location. Mattel's thing is like on a 3rd floor terraced in this whole big area. You have to have an appointment for that. But Mattel's, I work really well with Mattel. My YouTube network and myself has a good relationship with them, so they're not usually a problem. If they made toys about the Book of Monsters in Roblox, I don't know about the Book of Monsters. Sorry, man. You want to get Llama-Bot? Llama-Bot sounds fun. Is it a robot llama? Yeah. So like, if you've seen my Toy Fair videos, if you saw them from last year, there's like, I'm on a set of stairs and the big Mattel logo is above me. That's like the stairs to get up there. And there's literally guys checking your badges. And then when you go through that, then there's a reception desk and they take your name and everything. And then somebody walks you through. And then that's like their showroom area. So the reception area, then the showroom area where they have people set up to demonstrate all the toys. And then there's like another back part behind that where they have like their meetings with the buyers. So like somebody from Walmart's coming to buy, 10,000 units of whatever, like they meet with them back there. And they had a press event at the one day, and you got to go into that back section then, and they had, more fish set up back there. And that was kind of fun, but it was basically standing in line. I was giving Pixel Dan a hard time the whole time because he was like 5 people ahead of me, and he was taking pictures. It wasn't his fault. He wasn't slowing down the line. There was a guy in front of him taking 10,000 pictures of Jurassic World stuff, but I kept going like, "Come on, Dan!" And Dan was like, "I'm sorry." He's a giraffe. The llama robot, Llama-Bot is a giraffe. That doesn't make any sense. Is it like tongue in cheek? Do you think the Phillies will win the division? I have no idea if the Phillies will win the division. It would be kind of cool because I'm from Philadelphia, but I don't really follow baseball. And he got mad because people call him Llama. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense, Candle Kid. Let's see. What other things at Toy Fair do you need appointments for? It's all the big companies, really. There's like Super 7 is open. Their booth was really just like a wall of display cases. You could just kind of walk up and look at it. But the cool thing about Toy Fair is that because it's not open to the public, it's very open. Like you're never like feel like you're being herded. You're never like bumping into people. It's very, very loose and open, not like a crowded Comic-Con kind of thing. Trying to think of who else was like a closed off booth. Some of them, even if they're closed, you can get appointments while you're there. You can ask, and they'll sneak you in. But a lot of times they really want you to have appointments ahead of time, which is hard because you need that contact first to get in, and then but you're trying to make that contact the first time. So there's a lot of trial and error and luck to it. I'd want Hasbro and Mattel, but I'd take anything. Yeah, I mean, obviously Hasbro and Mattel are two of the best ones. Lego does like a press breakfast thing, and they get everybody together before the floor opens up the one day, and they let you go in, but only one person per like agency can go. So my friend Ryan has gone all the years that we've gone to Toy Fair because he's like a huge Lego fan. So we just send him to that, and he takes a bunch of pictures of the Lego stuff. I think the Hasbro thing was limited to one person also this year, but like I said, I didn't get into it, which is tricky too, because a lot of times, like we go, it's usually 4 of us, and so it's my friend Ryan, my friend Paul. This year, Justin came as our camera guy, I guess, and then the years before that, it was Heather that came with us, who was like a co-host of mine. But so it was people passing around the camera depending on who was going to be on screen. So Ryan's in some of the videos, I'm in some of the videos, Heather was in some of the videos. And this year, Justin, who was our camera guy, he got in one video for Wicked Cool Toys when we were looking at Pokemon, because he's a Pokemon expert. If you got to watch the video to get that part. Do you like puppets? Yeah, puppets are great. I don't think I own any, but I like puppets. I guess that's about it. Who is there anybody that I wanted to see that I couldn't get to see besides Hasbro? Oh, Playmates this year, you couldn't get into them, but that turned out it was because they were losing the Power Ranger license, and that was really bizarre. But I tried so hard to get an appointment with them, and they're like, oh, we're not having appointments, and they didn't even have a booth on the show floor. They just had like a meeting room. And if I knew they were losing the Power Ranger license, I wouldn't have tried so hard to try to get in there. But I was like beating bushes to find anybody that was a contact there. Yeah, I mean Bandai. Did I say the wrong thing there? Sorry about that. Yeah, I meant Bandai. We got into Bandai the one year during Dino Charge again.